was referred to as, it was a meeting of NATO leaders in 2019 where it looked like Trudeau was appearing to mock Trump. Now, the relationship, Trump is all about relationships with people. He's a businessman. So hopefully, we're hoping that we get a new person in office, because 9 years of Trudeau has had a lot of disastrous results. I think that's a topic for another video. But in this, things like that. But then there is an asylum process for that. You need to, we have all discovered that a lot of these people that are migrating for economic reasons. Some of them might be migrating for asylum reasons, but a lot of them are running bad economic conditions. But America, or any other country for that matter, cannot take care of everyone. So illegal immigrants should get deported. Now, here's what could happen. Is all these illegal immigrants in the United States are now looking to Canada and saying, hey, maybe before Trump comes into power, maybe before he assumes office, let's run away to Canada that will welcome us with 5-star hotel stays, will give us money, will give us food, drinks, will take care of us at the expense of Canadian citizens. Hey there, welcome back everyone to Canadiancy, my YouTube channel where we discuss about everything related to Canada. Now, in this particular vlog today, we're going to be discussing about a lot of different things that are happening in Canada that are, the things that are happening in the world that are going to affect Canada. And most prominently, we're going to be talking about the Trump presidency and how that will impact Canada. So don't go anywhere. Make sure to watch this vlog till the very end, because the Trump presidency is going to have an impact on a lot of different countries. But I specifically want to talk about and discuss and present to you my opinion. And again, this is just my opinion of how the Trump presidency could impact its longest border neighbor, which is Canada. So don't go anywhere. Make sure to watch till the very end. So there's a lot happening in this world. Trump got elected for the second time as the President of the United States of America. Yes, America has made its decision. And whether we like it or not, we have to respect what the American people have who the American people have chosen as their president, because that's how democracy works. Now, I want to talk to you about how will this impact Canada, and we know there's a lot of things that we can see that happened in the first Trump presidency to sort of get an idea about how things might go in the second presidency. But again, with Trump, things are never certain. We don't know. There's certainty about some things, and then there's uncertainty about other things as well. So I want to talk about how Canada might get impacted with now that Trump is back in office. And here's, I've done a lot of research. I've looked at multiple news outlets. Now, I try to get an unbiased view by looking at multiple news articles, and then I give my opinion on that. So I want to share with you something that I've found on one of these new articles, and that is the relationship between Trump and Trudeau. And let's face it, they've had some really bad moments. There was one moment in 2019 where it was referred to as, it was a meeting of NATO leaders in 2019 where it looked like Trudeau was appearing to mock Trump. Now, the relationship, Trump is all about relationships with people. He's a businessman. So hopefully, we're hoping that we get a new person in office, because 9 years of Trudeau has had a lot of disastrous results. I think that's a topic for another video. But in this particular vlog, I want to talk about how this personal relationship can impact, how Canada gets treated in its second term. And, if someone comes along in office, probably someone like Pierre Poilievre, whom there's a huge chance that they might get along, and that might have good ramifications for the US-Canada relationship. Now, the main point that can affect Canada is tariffs, trade. We know that Canada and US have a very, very complicated, it is a complicated, and it's also a very intertwined, it's a very much related and interconnected economic and trade relationship. And here's the main concern that Canadians are having, and is that Trump has promised to dole out tariffs to any country that it does business with, and there's a huge chance that Canada might also get hit with tariffs as well. Now here's the problem: the USMCA, which is sort of the it's the relationship. It's the North American Trade Pact that Canada has with U.S. and Mexico is part of it. If tariffs do hit Canada, what could happen is Canada already has very bad economic growth, and that could get impacted even more so because we're not doing too well on the housing front. We are not creating enough jobs, and if we get hit with tariffs, that is going to have an even more of an outsized effect, more of a disastrous impact on the Canadian economy. And I don't want to induce panic, but this is what it looks like. So what could be a solution? It really comes down to how Canadian diplomats and the Canadian government, builds its relationship with Trump. If they are able to work out a good deal with Trump. Now, Trump is a businessman, so if they have a mutually respectful and beneficial relationship, then maybe we don't get hit so badly with tariffs. So it's really important that we put someone, that we vote for someone in the next upcoming election who's going to take care of Canadians first. I always talk about this. We need to have someone in Canada who can take care of Canadians first. So that's the other aspect that can get impacted is trade and tariffs. Now Trump here, and I don't agree with Trump on a lot of things, but this is one point that he has that I do agree with. He has said that all the NATO countries should also contribute their fair share towards the defense spending, so that it's more of an equitable partnership. Now he has mentioned that many times that he expects other countries to pay their fair share, and hopefully we can also match. Canada can match the 2% of its 2% of the GDP as its defense spending target. If he can match that, if Canada can match that, then maybe we still have this defense pact that stays intact. The other main point is one of my favorite points is illegal immigrants. Now, another thing I surprisingly find myself agreeing with Trump on is all illegal immigrants should be deported. If the first act of you entering a country is an illegal act, well, then you should be punished for it and you should never be granted the residency or citizenship of that country. Am I crazy in saying that? Put down in the comments. Am I crazy in saying that illegal immigrants should be deported? Especially if they are illegal, if they entered the country illegally, because no one forces someone to cross the border, right? People do it of their own accord. I know there are circumstances where they might be fleeing and things like that, but then there is an asylum process for that. You need to, we have all discovered that a lot of these people that are migrating for economic reasons. Some of them might be migrating for asylum reasons, but a lot of them are running bad economic conditions. But America or any other country for that matter cannot take care of everyone. So illegal immigrants should get deported. Now here's what could happen is all these illegal immigrants in the United States are now looking to Canada and saying, hey, maybe before Trump comes into power, maybe before he assumes office, let's run away to Canada that will welcome us with 5-star hotel stays, will give us money, will give us food, drinks, will take care of us at the expense of Canadian citizens who are already struggling. Canadians can't pay their bills. Canadians are not getting jobs. Canadians are not being able to afford decent, they're not able to afford a decent lifestyle for their families. Canadians are struggling. Canadians are rushing to food banks. Canadians are not doing well. We're already under pressure with economic stresses, with inflation, with Medicare, with everything, with medicine, with healthcare facilities. Everything is under impact. And if you let more illegal immigrants in, that's not going to help Canada. So in this concern, I mean, in this plan, Freeland was asked, Chrystia Freeland, our Deputy Prime Minister, was asked, that people are concerned about this, and do you have a plan? And she said that, well, we do have a plan, and according to her, she said that, I want to assure Canadians that we absolutely do recognize the importance of border security and control of the border. Well, I hope that they are actually going to take care of the border, and that border policies are enforced. Ultimately, it really depends upon who comes into power in the next Canadian election and how that person is able to establish. And I'm hoping that it's not Trudeau, because we cannot keep making the same mistake, everybody. Okay, so I wanted everyone to sort of give me their feedback. What do you guys think? How do you think Trump's presidency will impact Canada? I mean, we are their biggest, we are their closest neighbor apart from Mexico, and we need to have a good relationship with whoever comes into power. Canada and US have always been friendly countries. We have a lot to agree on. Yes, we might not agree on everything, but there's a lot of cultural similarities. There's a lot of agreements on democratic values, although you might argue that, some people might think about the current Liberal Party as not being too democratic, but that's a whole other discussion altogether. But again, what with the truckers ban and all that that was happening, the blocking of bank accounts for truckers and the protest in the truckers convoy. That's there's a lot of things that have happened where let's just say that even though there have been matters that Canada and the U.S. might not agree on, generally there's a lot of agreement on a lot of different things. So I'm hoping someone comes into power that can take care of Canada and also have a very good relationship with the Americans, because they are our neighbors, and and the American people have chosen Trump. Everybody, Canadians, let's choose someone that can take care of Canadians first. That's it from my side. Until next time, bye-bye from Canadiancy. And if you haven't, make sure to like this video, subscribe to this channel for more exciting, cool stuff that's coming your way. We discuss current affairs, we discuss economics, we discuss a lot of different things that are relevant to Canada. And I give a little bit of social commentary there. So if you like this type of content, make sure to subscribe. It really means a lot. It gives me motivation. I really appreciate your support. It will keep on motivating me to keep on creating content like this. Until next time, bye-bye from Canadian. See ya.